right behind me, I've got the 2026 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Mayfield Ford for allowing me to review this Badlands. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Ford Bronco Sport, the safety features that you do get with the Badlands model, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. And here are the different models that you can get with the Ford Bronco Sport. As for the safety features, here is a list of the safety features that you do get with the Badlands model. As for what powers this does have the 2-liter EcoBoost engine, which makes 250 horsepower and 280 pound-foot of torque. Towing wise, you're looking at about 2,700 pounds, and fuel economy is about 11.2 liters in the city and about 8.7 liters on the highway. All right, well, let's start off in the front of the Badlands here, and these look very nice because if you look on the bumper here, first off, on the sides you do have the plastic, and then in the middle here, this whole section, even underneath, you have metal, and also the front recovery hooks along with the front safety sensors. In the corners down there, you do have your LED fog lights, and then kind of like this lower mini grill area, and like this middle section, same thing, plus a sensor in the middle there, and then you get into your grill area. I really like how this looks, all the bits and pieces, it definitely stands out, and you kind of have like this granite look going on, which is pretty neat, and the white Bronco letters. And if you look here, you do have a front facing camera and then these nice looking LED front lights. I really like the little bar here and then the usual lights, so definitely stands out on this. Also, if you look on the side of the bumper, you do have the reflector. This also has the Haas 2 suspension. If you're thinking about going through water, well, you have up to 24 inches of water fording in this. Now coming to the side of the Bronco Sport, you've got the nice looks going on. Now up top on the roof here, you do have the power sunroof there, and also the whole roof is in black, which I really like, and then also you have your roof rails here. And the reason I like the black top half of the vehicle is because you have this beautiful color for the rest of the vehicle, and this is called the Azure Gray Metallic. Now around the windows here, you do have your gloss black in the center and then your black door handles. Even for the side mirrors, you've got the black plastic. This also has the side mirror camera, so views all around the vehicle, which I want to show you inside on the touchscreen. And this also has the tech package, so you're going to notice a lot of tech in this. Now on the fender or the side here, you do kind of have like this fake vent, but it definitely looks nice. There's also the Badlands decaling here, and then you get into these very nice looking wheels, which are in a matte black finish. And these are your 17-inch wheels. So if I do take a step back, you can see they look nice with this vehicle. And I also want to point out, even around this arc here, around the wheels and the bottom, you have all the black plastic. All right, let's come around the rear. Now, even on the side back here, you do have the reflector, and coming around to the rear of the Bronco here, the nice looks definitely continue. Down here on your bumper area, you do have the plastic bumper with more rear reflectors. There's also the rear safety sensors. You've got the hitch there in the middle, and beside it, you have all your towing outlets. And then you get into the tailgate area here. So here you do have your backup camera, and then more of the white lettering, so the Bronco Sport, and then the Ford badge, and also the nice looking LED rear tail lights. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and let me show you the space that you get back here. So first off, you will notice here it says glass and then door, so you can open the tailgate and the glass separate. So let's open up the glass. So there is a button right underneath. If I just unlock that and lift this up, you can have easy access to the rear, which is very good because if you don't want to open up the whole thing, you can just reach in and grab what you want. Or if you have large things that stick out, very helpful. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate. So if I just press this is not power opening. You do have to manually open it up. So back here, as you can see, you have a ton of room. So if you're going on family adventures, you have a ton of room to pack and stack all of your stuff. There's also built-in bottle openers back here, and even on the side here, you have a tiny bit of room that extends to the corners, which is on both of the sides. And then other things back here is you do have these little tie downs on all of the corners. There's also a speaker back here. You got lighting back here, a 110 volt outlet, a 12 volt outlet, and then over here you just have your lighting button. Now, one cool thing, like I was mentioning, this light button, well, it turns on these lights up here. So you have one in this corner and in this corner, and I really like how you can adjust these down or up or however you want. So if you are outside at night, you can shine it wherever you want. Now if I go ahead and lift up the section here, this is where you will find your spare tire. All right, now let's check out the interior on this Badlands and see what we have going on. It's an all black interior, but you do have some pieces that do stand out. So down here, you do have some room for a water bottle. You got a speaker here. And then up here, you have this nice gray trimming with the contrast stitching. And then the black trimming here that kind of has like this texture. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it looks nice. You've got this trimming that stands out here, and then the granite, of course, and another small little speaker. All right, let's check out the interior seats. These are very, very unique. You've got the soft touch material everywhere, but you have like this fabric trimming that stretches across, and then this trimming here as well with the nice little logos, designing, whatever you want to call it. You've got the perforated back, bottom sections. This actually looks very premium on this. And if I go ahead and pull down the center here, you will have your cup holders. And now let me jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, entering inside, legroom wise, I am pretty happy, even though I'm sure this seat can be adjusted, so I'll have maybe even a little bit more legroom. Now in terms of the headroom, I have a ton of headroom. As you can see, look how high the ceiling is on this. I'm wearing a hat, I'm 5'11" for reference, and this is more than a pickup truck. That's insane. Now here's another unique thing on this. Now behind the seats, on both the seats obviously, you do have soft touch material everywhere, so there's no plastic, which I love. Now usually you have storage compartments here, so you pull this out and you have that. However, you have a zip up one. Look at how much better I think this is. And it goes all the way inside. And I think this is way better because it's not open, so you can't really easily reach in. You have to unzip it to get in. And even down here, you have all of these little things where you can probably attach accessories and whatnot, so that's pretty neat. Now on the rear console here, you do have your venting obviously, and then down there you have USB port and 110 volt outlet. Also on the side of the seat here, you have the horse. Look at the nice little badging. Plus, you have a storage compartment to put small little things, maybe a wallet, a phone, or something. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. Now, the only thing I see up here are the 2 water bottle areas that you can definitely utilize. Also, not only that, behind this, you have space. So if I just come around to the side, as you can see, it goes all the way in. So a ton of storage space in this. You have another speaker here. By the way, this does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which sounds pretty good. And then it's just your usual window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat buttons. All right, let's check out the front seats. So these are identical to the rear. I just really like how they've designed this. I think this looks much better than a lot of vehicles, a lot of premium vehicles. This stands out a lot. Also, the front seats do come heated. And over on the side here is where you will find all your seat adjustments. And then down here, you also have this door sill piece that says Bronco. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your foot pedals. Here is the hood latch release. Moving up here, you have your lighting controls, so your fog lights, exterior lighting controls, cluster dimmers, and all of that. As for the steering wheel, this does come manual adjustable. Now, I want to show you something cool on the cluster. When I go ahead and start up the vehicle, you do have the nice Bronco animations that play. And when I do turn off the vehicle, more animations. All right, entering inside, on your dashboard, you do have hard material. You've got like the granite here, the black here, got a speaker here, one in the center and the other side. And then you get into this very nice and very sharp looking fully digital cluster area. This is a 12.3 inch cluster, and on here, you can view a ton of different information. And to view all of that, it's all controlled through here. So if I just press back for a second, I can go through all of these bits and pieces of information. If I press the menu, I have all of this as well. So keep in mind, some of the menus will have more menus within it. Now, as for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This also comes heated. And down here, you do have some gloss black trimming. On the left side here, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, volume, and then your mute right here. The other side will be your cluster controls, Bluetooth controls, phone controls, and then the seat controls. Also behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters on both of the sides. And behind, you have your high beams and indicators. And the other side is your front and rear wiper controls. Now over on the center armrest, you have the nice gray trimming with the contrast stitching. And opening this up, you do have a good amount of space in here. All right, coming to the center console console here. Here you have all your different modes, so your traction control. If I press this first one here, this is your one pedal driving. You got your full wheel drive, and then here is the rear locker. And then you have all of your different GOAT modes, including rock crawl and rally. Electronic parking brake, your rotary shifter, cup holders obviously, and more of that nice granite trimming. You have some space here for your phone and just space in general. You got an outlet there and then USB ports. And then moving up here, you have a few controls. This will be your engine start stop. You have your auto start stop, max for your heating and cooling, hazards, parking sensors to turn them on or off. Here, this little button right here is to actually just go to the home page on the screen, and then your camera button, and then volume and on off. So let's go to the cameras here. If I just click this, this is what shows up here. So you have a top bird's eye view, and then you also have a front facing camera that's on right now. And then if I click into here, here are all of the ones that I can see. So here I can see kind of like the same thing, but the top bird's eye view goes away. If I click back into this, I have a more panoramic view of the front, and then here is the rear camera. So let me just go to the top bird's eye one where it's activated, and then if I just click the little plus sign that you see, it pops up more plus signs. If I click any of them, it zooms into that section. So if you just want to drive around in tight spots or just parking, it's very, very easy with this. And then you get into this nice looking touchscreen. This is a 13.2 inch touchscreen, and I really like how everything is laid out on this because you have bits and pieces of information that you can easily access. So you have your map here, audio, your phone section, and all of these sections here. And also, by the way, before I touch on the rest of it, here are all of your heating and cooling temperature controls at the bottom, included your heated seats and the heated steering wheel. And then on the touchscreen, let's go to the settings here. This will be generic to any vehicle, so you have all of the features or the settings that you can kind of customize to your liking. Plus, you do have a little mini screen that pops up as well. So let's go back to the home page and then go under the features section here. So under driver assistance, this will be all of your safety features. You can turn on, off, and adjust it however you want. And then let's go back again. Then you've also got the towing section. So you got connection checklist, add a trailer, all that good stuff. And then you have some controls that you can turn on or off. Heading back again, then you just have the manual and feedback. Back to the home page. Under the app section, this is where you will find your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This also has karaoke and YouTube in this. Back to the home page, I just want to show you the audio section. If I just go into this for a second, this is where you're going to find your AM, FM, Sirius XM, and your Bluetooth. Now, if you look at the top behind the screen here, you do have some space that you can utilize or attach accessories, plus 2 more USB ports. Now, moving up top here, if I just pull this down or push it down, this is where you can put your sunglasses. And then you also have your sunroof controls and sunshade controls and the interior lights. So let me show you what the sunroof looks like, because usually when you have a sunshade control, it's mostly the full roof. But here you have just a normal size sunroof, and this has a power sunshade, which is pretty cool. Here is the key fob for the Bronco Sport. It's your usual Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what is on this side. So if you notice on the side of the center console, you do have some netting space, which is nice. And then on the dashboard here, you have this nice trimming you saw on the doors, plus it says Bronco, and then you just have your usual glove compartment space. Here is the window sticker for this Bronco Sport Badlands. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?